Y'all, thankfully I think I'm about out of here. Ooh-wee. I don't want to get too excited, but I think everything's finna be fixed. I just got whipped in the Astro. I already knew who it was, but I was waiting on her to get caught up, man. I don't know what her problem was. Wait a minute, they told me. I don't know. Anyway, things might be finna change for the better, for a fact. I know stuff on the surface was getting fixed anyway, but it really wasn't gonna be fixed along the Astro. It's almost like a haunting. It's like the spiritual realm wasn't fixed yet. Like my higher self doing good, but somehow before it get to me, it start as it's still in the Astro, it start something go wrong. Almost like ops in the Astro, ops in the spiritual realm. And the particular op was strong. They really wasn't an op. They were just mean as hell, honest. Anyway, somebody in the Astro said, Monster Family or something. Somebody stuck Chris in the Monster Family. Mess with his oxygen. Cause everything right on me except my oxygen flow gone. And it's like they swapping me out with that damn flame still. Somebody keep on rewiring me in that flame. So like my twin said, you gotta cut the cord. I couldn't. It was something they were doing over there. Because that last cord between your twin and your flame gotta be done by the Astro. And it was something they kept doing. There wasn't nothing I could do. I couldn't move regardless. And when you forcefully move when that's going on, I think that's how people be getting killed and murdered. Because it's like the only person who could truly, I'm just guessing this, but the only person who could truly swap destiny with you is your twin or your twin flame. And which is grimy, real grimy. And they would have had to been molded to that perfection from a child probably. So I don't blame nobody. I forgive everybody. I just don't forget. And then they started attacking my poor twin, and she kind of got dragged in it, because she got a good life. I kind of felt bad about that. But it's like when you mess with a twin or a twin flame, it automatically affects the other one. She's so smart. She just figured it out. It ain't about me and her wanting each other. None of that is about it. She on top of her stuff. I guess people have been throwing magic on her a lot because she was following that shit. And she did a video the other day. She said something. And I don't even think she meant to say it. But anyway, it was pertaining to the physical world. But for me, it was talking about the spiritual world. So it just, a light bulb went on. I said, that's what's going on right there. But as soon as I said that, God now, my children on the other side said something. I'm telling you, it's good to have this connection, y'all. You gotta elevate high though. So I thank everybody out there who was truly trying to help and not trying to put me for their entertainment and get rich and all that extra shit. But anyway, my ancestors were like, the Monster Family. They wore my ass out, man. I was tired of hell. I said, I love music, but I wasn't feeling it. I knew God knew something wrong when I wasn't feeling music, because it's rare to get me not to feel music, bro. I don't even want to see I don't want to see a music note. And it got to the point where I would hate music. But I never hate music, though. I love music. But I think I ain't no thinking about it. Things finna change now. Things finna change now. It should have been changed, but they kept alternating our. It's like, if y'all really think about this, it makes sense. Cause I was getting that girl messages. It got so bad, it leaked over here. When it switched up my network, I said, now this is It's like I was watching Destiny Swap. I was watching my whole life be Destiny Swap. You know, normally you be dead or in a suspense state mentally where you can't notice that. I was watching my whole life be Destiny Swap. And even the one that was Destiny Swapping would come to me. Would come to me in the physical and say everything you ever owned is in my name now. Show me the paperwork. So it's like, if I was in gangster mode, I couldn't even attack her then. I would have had to attack the cops and everybody. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got. It was like, this couldn't be done without judge, but there was ancestors. It was some ancestors body jumping, bro. And then they didn't even, I forgive them too, because they didn't even know what the hell they were going on. I'm telling you, I seen the paperwork when I was in jail, and I said, who the hell signed off on this? It looked like a child did it. And you know how you go on the computer and you make up your own thing? The damn names was out of line, everything was offset, and damn, only thing that was official on it is the judge's signature. I was like, this shit here is not professional. And it blew my mind. The only thing I could think of before I started getting into the spiritual realm stuff and this learning about body jumping, I figured that the judge just hated my guts. And I never met his ass or her ass. They just hated my guts. Because the paperwork was awesome. The paperwork was awful. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. The lines wasn't right. It was like whoever even did the paperwork was hoping that they didn't sign off on it, but they signed off on it. It was like somebody was forcing somebody to do the paperwork. They didn't want to do it, but they did it. And then they did the paperwork so bad they wanted the judge not to sign it, but they signed off on it. It was like everything went through. That's why I said I get out of this situation, I never get put back in it. I'm gonna create something. I'm gonna get with some elite people. And I'm gonna create something you'll never be able to do this. And you better hope I don't get into marriages and divorces and child support. I'm cleaning all that up. Y'all put me in the wrong place, bro. You should have never even thought about doing no man like me like that. You just tore my whole life apart. Then I went, like I said, I went and I seen what they did with the stolen goods. And man, they were just sleeping with one another, doing drugs. I moonwalk out of there just as fast as I walked in there. You talking about butcher? Yeah, butchering people identity. I've been through so much these last 5 years, it was so unnecessary. Now I see the real arithmetic. I see clearly now. That's right. I'm telling you. Now I see. Oh my God, now I see when people sell their soul, the detrimental effect that it has on the person that they tormented. I honestly believe even if they sell their soul without bringing a person's name up, Satan still got to take somebody's life from them and give it to that person. Oh boy, please y'all stop. Please stop. I teach people. I know how to teach you how to bring your skills out. I can teach you how to get your heart from a seer heart. It's a long process. If you got a seer heart and you want to bring your natural ability out, it's a long process. But if you just want to bring your natural gifts out, I got a gift for doing that. You ain't got to steal nobody else's identity. And it's a lot funner when you do it for yourself, because you go through the trials and tribulations humbly. And then you come out so superior, so good, you probably be gooder than me, better than the person who taught you. You ain't got to just sell your soul and do all that. Oh my God, and the stuff y'all do. It's like, from what I got from my family on the other side, and I got family in dark place and light place. When you sell your soul, then you got to do something just hideously disgusting in front of Satan or his minions. All for $1. I know about parents sending their kids to such and such house. I know about everything, just about. If I want to know about it, But I stopped because I don't want to know about it. I stopped because I don't want to know about it. Things finna get better now. Y'all ain't never heard me say that. Things finna get better now. It just started getting fixed today about, I told you when I sleep, cause I ain't built like that. I naturally got a lot of energy. So if I start sleeping, immediately my father gonna kick in. What's wrong with my vessel? What's going on with my vessel? Just like when they gave me that hygiene stuff and my skin started irritating. God kicked in then. What's wrong with my vessel? Why is this? I can hear God in the astro. What's wrong with him? Why is this going on? Why is this going on? Just like that, just going in. My father, I don't play around with the vessel. I love for my father to come hang with me. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog, bro. We get together, we do music, we chill, we everything. We all we need. My father see me down and hurt, and I'm doing everything I could possibly do to keep myself together, eating right, exercising, loving on myself the proper way, not doing drugs, not even really smoking, and I still ain't got no energy. Oh yeah, he got fired up. He got fired up. And then they still putting stuff in my food because my body ain't acting right. But it's over now though. All of it over. Everything's gonna be fit now. And I'm gonna get that perfected body like I want it. Everything gonna come out good. I'm aiming for this stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like when I'm ready, when the energy right, I'm ready to go. But when y'all start pissing me off to the point where I feel like I gotta take stuff in my own hand, I'm finna go sleep. And God gonna take over. And he gonna clean all y'all right on up. That's the way it works. I woke up feeling good too. I slept good and I woke up feeling good. I mean, outside of my arm hurt bad. And he told me that's the problem of Raven. This the Raven arm. And it said they all done me in. Something like that. Something. Oh, they had this interchanging. But basically, I think it all came down. Long story short, it all came down to detaching me and the original flame and attaching me to somebody else. I think that's what it came down to. And probably with some ancestor disagreement. It get like that now. That's why I say y'all be thinking when you get married to somebody or you finna marry somebody, your ancestors gotta marry each other first. They gonna come together first like family members. Like when your family come together to see two people get married. That's how it is in the astro. So that same thing happens when you separate, and you gotta give yourself time to separate from each other, or otherwise them ancestors will get mad, and it's a spiritual war. And what we need to learn how to prevent spiritual wars within ourselves. And my only advice that I can give with that, because I ain't familiar with that, is respect the relationships. When you get in relationships with somebody, understand they still gonna do it the traditional way on the other side regardless. And they see your spouse, they see your person for you before you see them. And that's how you run across somebody, you say, oh, we just felt each other. That's the ancestors really putting y'all together. So they had already married you way before you bumped into each other. So they already together. You got married, they happy to see you together. Now you go through that better and worse. Now you want to separate because the better and worse. Well, they didn't agree on that. So you tearing them apart, basically. It's gonna be wartime right there. You tearing them apart because of money reason. You tearing them apart because of material reason. You tearing them apart because of financial reason. And it ain't gonna fly with them. So they ain't gonna agree basically. They're never gonna agree to that. So you gotta tear them apart. And what happened is when you finally separate and long enough, they'll tear each other apart, and it'll be spiritual warfare right there. And it'll be even more worse if you trying to get into another relationship or you was in another relationship. That's spiritual war, all this spiritual war. We must understand this stuff now. And that's why I was telling the other lovers, don't come. I can feel it, bro. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it. But I can see it too. And I can hear it. And I can talk to them. And I can be arguing with them. And I can do this. I told my grandma one time, you go to hell, grandma. I was over there crying. And you go to hell, grandma. My grandma mean to hell, bro. But I love her to death, though. But she's so mean, man. She never was mean to me till she passed away. I thought she loved me hard. Well, that's the problem. I think she loved me too hard. She didn't want me to leave. And that's just like your mama don't want you to leave, go to college. Something like that right there, bro. But after this, the pan rotates out of Anubis realm into Ra realm. So y'all can see how difficult that spiritual warfare was. God already knew it, because he told me in 2020. And I was wondering why I couldn't get upset with God for not fixing it, but I couldn't get upset. And I was glad of that. But I was wondering why I couldn't, because normally I get upset about smaller issues and that, but this time I handled it quite well. Because I knew God knew. Because God told me. He told me in 2020, he said a lot of stuff in the happen. You're going to go through a lot of stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, it's your grandma. He said it in front of my grandma. He said, it's your grandma's fault. Then he just disappeared. Well, I started asking him a million questions. And he said, no, he did. He said, you going to see your grandma in the hell? And it's like I turned into a baby when he said it. And I said, you go to hell, grandma. I don't know. Anyway, they all laughing up there now. So everything get better. Thank God. Everybody's doing better now. It wasn't funny to me, though. I didn't think it was funny at all. I thought I was being tortured alive. I was been better off dead. I'd been better off dead. Because I knew y'all couldn't fix it in the physical until it got fixed in the spiritual. And as long as it was going back and forth, people were dying out here, family were going out, didn't nobody give a damn. When I asked them about that a while ago, they said the monster family. What they say? They said the monster something. You're raised with the monster family. I feel good now. I know God feel. I'm glad God came through. He said I'd get my oxygen emission back soon. And that's why you don't see me really being active. She took my oxygen. Well, they didn't take it, they swapped it. They swapped it with the flame. And she over there just killing that oxygen like she killed her oxygen. On doing all that messy stuff she be doing. It's like they giving her all my gifts just to tear down or something. But it ain't even her fault. It's just our ancestors over there wilding. But it's over now, thank God. I feel good about this. Change the bill. I figured I'd say it because we can all watch this change together, I hope.